You spend months, even years, building strength. Then, life happens. You stop. The muscles shrink, a process called atrophy. It feels like starting over. But when you return to the gym, something strange occurs. The gains come back, not in years, but in weeks. It's an experience so common it has a name: muscle memory. We often think this is just our brain remembering the movements, the motor patterns. While that's part of it, the real secret isn't in your head. It's written into the very architecture and code of the muscle cells themselves. To understand this, you need to picture a muscle cell, or myofiber. It's not like most other cells in your body. It's gigantic, a long tube that can contain hundreds, even thousands of nuclei. Think of each nucleus as a tiny factory manager, responsible for overseeing a specific section of the cell. This area of influence is called the myonuclear domain. For a muscle to grow larger, a process called hypertrophy, it needs more managers to handle the increased workload of creating new proteins. A nucleus can only manage so much cellular real estate. So where do these new nuclei come from? Your body has a plan. Nestled around your muscle fibers are dormant stem cells called satellite cells. When you lift weights, creating microscopic damage and stress, these satellite cells awaken. They multiply, and some of them fuse with the existing muscle fiber, donating their nucleus to the collective. Each new nucleus is a permanent resident, a new manager hired for life. Your muscle cell has fundamentally changed its structure. It now has a higher potential for size and protein synthesis than it did before. Here is the critical piece of the puzzle. When you stop training and the muscle fiber shrinks, the volume of the cell decreases. You lose protein. But the extra nuclei you earned, they stay. Your muscle cell becomes, for a time, overqualified. It has an excess of managers for its current smaller size. This is the structural echo of your past efforts. The cell is primed for regrowth, possessing a command and control capacity far beyond its current state. All it needs is the signal, the stimulus of exercise, to rapidly ramp up protein production again. But the memory isn't just structural. It's also written in your genetic code, though not in the way you might think. Exercise doesn't change your DNA sequence, but it does change how your DNA is read. This is the realm of epigenetics. Imagine your DNA is a vast library of cookbooks. Certain recipes are for building muscle. From birth, many of these recipes might have a chemical lock on them, a methyl group, telling the cell to ignore this page. Strenuous exercise acts as a librarian, removing these methyl locks from key muscle growth genes, making them easier to read and transcribe. Crucially, even after you stop training, many of those locks stay off. Your cells remember that these specific genes are important. This epigenetic signature persists for a very long time, potentially decades. When you begin training again, your cells don't have to fumble around looking for the right instructions and then trying to unlock them. The most important recipes are already open on the counter, ready to be used. This allows for a much faster and more efficient response to the renewed stimulus of exercise. These two systems work in concert. You have the hardware upgrade, more nuclei, the managers ready to give orders. And you have the software upgrade, the epigenetic changes that make the instructions for growth readily accessible. This dual mechanism explains the startling efficiency of regaining muscle. It's not just one thing. It's a synergistic effect where your body's potential for strength is permanently elevated. Your previous work is never truly lost. It's just dormant. This raises a fascinating question. How long does this potential last? Current research suggests the added myonuclei are a permanent fixture, never lost once gained. They do not undergo apoptosis or programmed cell death. Epigenetic adaptations are also known to be remarkably persistent. This means that, on a cellular level, every workout you've ever done has left an indelible mark. The phrase "use it or lose it" is misleading. A more accurate version would be "use it or it goes into long-term storage, ready for immediate reactivation." The memory, it seems, might just last forever.
Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.